Hello everyone, this is Yodiko. This is my first video after returning from a almost 2 year long maternity leave. And this is a little inspirational booklet I created for myself. The title is Time to Create, and it truly is time for me to get back to my studio and spend a little bit more time there. In the past 2 years, I did manage to spend some time in the studio and created some cards and even recorded several process videos, but never had the time to get my computer set up, clean up, have enough storage and memory for editing the videos. So finally it's done, and now I can edit and record and hopefully do many projects that you will like and enjoy. Right now I'm working on an 11 by 14 Stratmore mixed media paper. It's the 300 series, so it's not the thickest one. You will see how it starts curling under the water that I just sprayed on. Creating some kind of resist with gesso. I used 3 different stencils, and I was focusing on having a big pattern, a medium, and a tiny small pattern, so I could fill up bigger spaces and smaller spaces on the whole surface. I am adding now color with Dylusions sprays, and after I dry the first layer with the yellows, I'm adding a little bit of red and diluted it with water, and I think I do 2-3 different layers with the red at the end. Then I proceed to cut it up. The size of the finished booklet is 3.5 by 5.5. I cut up the 11 by 14 pages into 8 even sections, and then I chose a background script stamp and Aquamarine colored Archival ink, and then chose this stencil with the clocks. I think it's a Crafter's Workshop stencil, and I'm using leaf green ink for stenciling on the clock faces. The next step is finding 8 different butterfly stamps, and I am stamping with black archival ink on a crumpled piece of tissue paper. I can't recall the name of the sets or the stamps I have. I will probably list all the materials in the description box under the video this time. Usually I list the materials on my blog, on my webpage, but I have not touched my webpage in the past years. So I'm just gonna be working with the YouTube videos, and hopefully I will be able to upload information on my Facebook page. Find me on Facebook, and you can follow me there, probably easier than searching for me on the web right now. So back to the video, I am still stamping butterflies. Some of the pages are going to get 4 big butterflies, some of them gonna have 3 smaller butterflies, and one of the pages is going to get 1 partial bigger butterfly image, and hopefully you don't think it's boring. It's a bit of a variety, and it's still within the same theme. The next step is adding gesso on the back of the tissue paper. I found this technique to be very helpful when I want to have my images show up. As you see, the images are so much brighter, and it is easier to cut the images when the paint dries and hardens the whole paper a little bit. So I lately work like this with the tissue paper images. And then some of the gesso goes on as a splatter, black and white paint, gesso and black paint goes on each little page as splatters. And here you can see how I try to figure out what image to put on which page, and then I take out Liquitex matte medium and I'm going to go and glue everything down, and pretty much that's for now, I think. It is also easier to glue the pages down, the images down, when you have the gesso on the back, because that it doesn't rip, the paper doesn't rip so easily. So, and it doesn't crumple either that easily. So here is something that you might want to try in your next mixed media project. After I glued down everything, the next step is edging every page in the little journal with the black archival ink. And then my biggest problem was how to arrange these images, in what order. First I tried to start with the red and finish with the red picture. Then I looked at the butterflies and wanted to make sure that visually I could create a transition, that, for example, they don't all go in the same direction, or not, the three images are not following each other. So I rearranged the order of the pages several times based on the image at the end. And then I'm looking for the perfect words, the sentences that should describe me at this point, or should help me at this point, in using the Tim Holtz Chit Chat and Big Chat stickers, and then finishing each page one after another, outlining the butterflies with the black stabilo arm, and activating the marks that I made with water in a water brush, and then using just a regular 2B pencil to create some doodle frames and add some more doodles around the whole little page. And here I'm selecting all the sentences, all the stickers, and using the white Stabilo R pencil to even lighten a little bit more, if that's still possible at this point, on the butterflies. Some of the sentences I cut up and edge each single word with the black archival ink. Sometimes I keep the sentences together, whatever works for the actual page. And I finish gluing down the stickers with the Glossy Accents and making sure that they stay in place. The stickers are quite old, so I didn't want them to just fall off completely. And I go back and fix the first page also. here are the doodles on this page. I try to create a different pattern for every single page. I wanted each page to look similar to each other since it is one complete journal in one process, but I didn't want them to be identical. So next step, back to the next step, outlining the stickers, and here is one of the butterflies where I actually added some color, and here in the first one too. I used a watercolor pencil from Faber-Castell. I do check every image after that to make sure that they don't blend in with the background. And I end up adding green watercolor pencil on two of the pages, on two of the butterflies. And then the last step is painting the back of each page with watered down black acrylic paint. And some of the pages have two coats of this paint. And then I realized that this image did not stand out, or it was too plain, so I added blue watercolor pencil on that one and activated it with the water brush. And then I quickly assembled the journal by using two 1/2-inch binder rings. This is the end of the process. I hope you liked the final project, and I hope you liked the process video. Let me know in comments. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you soon with another project. Bye bye.